Good afternoon. Some new surroundings to take in as Bedford FC travel away from home for the first time in our live stream campaign. Fourth place of Wellingborough Whitworth, the home side for this afternoon. Bedford making a 30-minute journey to the Victoria Mill ground. The team, nicknamed the Flowermen, will be looking to cook up a storm in their own back garden, but with spirits high after the first win of the Bitcoin era coming on Wednesday. Bedford will be looking to double down and walk away with another 3 points. First of all, let's see if we can have a look at the table. Or let's have a look at the home side first. Go on. Wellingborough Whitworth here to begin with. Some key names to look out for. Matty Judge and Jack Daldy up front. Those two have scored 20 goals between them this season. Ryan Lavelle on the bench as well. 23 goals. He's the second highest goal scorer in this league. 43 goals between those three. Could be an interesting prospect. On to the Bedford side. Kyle Forster remains in between the sticks after an impressive debut on Wednesday. A return to the side for Josh Bamford, who scored 2 in that game against Letchworth. He returns to the starting 11. And Danny Watson, the old experienced head, 250 appearances in this league, returns to wear 12 on the bench. A quick look for context reasons to have a look at the table. As you can see, Wellingborough Whitworth in 4th and Bedford in 8th. Bedford, pretty much a must-win fixture for them to make sure that playoff hopes stay well and truly alive and well. Wellingborough Whitworth looking comfortable, sitting pretty in 4th. Will look to put some pressure on Ampthill Town, who are only 2 points ahead. Here we go then. It will be Josh Bamford to get us underway. In fine form is Bamford. Let's see what he can do this afternoon. Here we go. Good ball from Bunker over the top to begin with. Well collected, however, by Mickey Besson in goal for Whitworth this afternoon. The ball over the top. Well collected by Pickard. Mackenzie Smith back to Milton Nkube, wearing 8, captaining the Wellingborough side this afternoon. Well, pickpocketed by McGrath. Man of the match in that first match versus Stopfold. Another impressive display against Letchworth as well. All over the park, Ben McGrath leads from the front, wearing the captain's armband once again this afternoon. Another man who impressed on Wednesday, Tyrell McLeod-Bentley. And the new man, there he is, Phil Draycott, a new addition. First time we've been able to see him in Bedford colours. Little foul there. Remy Britton just welcoming Draycott into the fray. He'll take the free kicks. Good ball in towards the middle. Up for Bamford, who rises highest. Still not cleared for Wellingborough. Good ball over the top, though, to Taylor, who's out on that left flank. Cairo Taylor. Matty Judge on the ball now. Trying to get rid of the men in black and white. He's having to resort to using Besson. Reset their options and assess what's in front of them. McLeod-Bentley got a touch to that. It will be a Wellingborough throw. Good ball over the top. Finds Cairo Taylor. Back to Daldy. Into the middle. Forster has to get a punch to it to make sure that it doesn't affect him. Remy Britton is down in the box. Daldy still has the ball out wide. Out for a corner. Good work from Forster to make sure that Bedford don't go one goal up to begin with. Impressive work, but it is Remy Britton who's still down and hasn't got up yet. Some slight concerns for Wellingborough. Britton been at the club for a few seasons now. He's on 4 goals this season. No stranger to the back of the net. Wellingborough won't want him to leave early. There's Forster. Keeping Aaron Khan out of this team at the moment. A difficult task, but he's doing well. Britton's back on his feet. Will he play on? We'll have a look. Discussions being made. I think he's going to have to go off for a bit to make sure that he can return to the field of play, as is custom. It's going to be a Wellingborough corner. Ball in. Not dealt with by Forster. It is instead Bamford who has to get back and make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near the goal. They're not out of danger yet, though. Stratford with the ball. Well cleared, however, by Bamford. Still Wellingborough in possession. Judge changing the point of contact out to Mackenzie Smith. Pressured by the youngster Sam Rogers, man of the match in the game on Wednesday. Here's Britton. Taylor trying to do something with it on the outside. Can't. Balls to Atena Gang. Deflection. Remy Britton still seems to be feeling some effects. It'll be Ryan Baxter who will feed this in from the corner. Good ball in. Requires Bamford to clear it once more. Atena Gang. Stratford. Good block. It's been all Wellingborough so far. Burford and co looking to try and get a foothold into this game, but at the moment, all they can do is defend. Baxter with the throw. It's frustrating stuff from Jack Daldy, who tried to get a touch on it. It's gone straight out and will be out for a throw. Mark Bunker there on your screen. An old-timer, played since 2007, Mark Bunker in this league. Been around the block, knows what needs to be done to win such a game. Tammy Rogers pressurising Aaron Mackenzie Smith. He managed to guard off the young 17-year-old and give them the throw-in. Launched by Mackenzie Smith. We're into the midfield. Brought down by Judge. Good ball over by Spartan. To no one in particular, however. Forster has time with it and will make sure it makes its way inside the box so he can get his get his mitts all over it and find a good man to distribute to. Down the middle of the park, good ball over. Bentley McLeod in space. He's got options. He goes to shoot and it's a goal. What a score. Tyrell Bentley McLeod. Lots of room to manoeuvre through the midfield. McLeod Bentley with goals in successive games. But that all comes from the great ball and vision from Forster. Finds the pass. McLeod Bentley shrugs off Wellingborough players for fun and then slots it into the bottom right-hand corner. 1-0 Bedford. Good work from the number 7, who's been improving minute on minute in this last week or so that we've been watching them. Great challenge from Andre Rees-Brown in the middle. Controlling stuff well. Rogers has pressure put on him. Pickard likewise. Out to Fisher, who has to play it back to Forster. The man with that all-important pass just moments ago has given Bedford the lead in this match. Pressure being put on by Taylor, so it forces the opportunity here. Now Burford plays it out wide to Rogers. Looks to forage into the box. Does well, a bit of trickery. Falls to McLeod Bentley. Corner, says the referee. Promising stuff from the attacking force of Bedford at the moment. Look at this from Rogers. Just gets under it slightly. Potential foul there from Spartan, but denied by the referee. It will be a corner. You'd assume Mark Bunker, yes he will. He'll go and feed this one in. Decent whippage on the corner, trying to find Bamford. Opens up. Is that a goal? It is. Wowee, 2 in 2. It's Bamford, we think, who's been congratulated with it. Potentially might have come off Pickard right at the end. But it will be Bamford who will get his 4th goal in 3 games. Inside 10 minutes here. Lovely ball in from Bunker. It's already in before Pickard can get anything on it, and Bamford absolutely delighted with that, as he should be. Number 9 on the dime. Great work from Josh Bamford, doubles Bedford's advantage. The confidence level that this team are playing with at the moment. Really exciting to see. Again. Mackenzie Smith does well to evade the challenge of Draycott. Mackenzie Smith plays the ball over the top. Nothing coming. McGrath. Strong challenge. Hashtag Bedford from home. Make sure you give us a message. I'm sure lots of Bedford fans out there are absolutely delighted with these first 15 minutes from your beloved side. So do give us a message. Hashtag Bedford from home on Twitter, and we'll try and shout you out and give everyone the recognition they deserve for getting up at whatever time to come and support your new favourite team. Manny Judge, lovely ball over to Baxter, who's won the race Slight foul, yes, on Remy Britton, who's been in the wars in these first 15 minutes or so. Looks to play it quick. Referee says no, thank you. Good ball over. Remy Britton just fouled by Mark Bunker there, holding him back ever so slightly. And it will be an opportunity for Wellingborough to stamp their authority on this game, get themselves back in it. Good ball in to no avail. Sky high from Mackenzie Smith, and Force will have to dig it back out, and it will go out for a goal kick. Carl Forster with the big boot. The middle of the park. Well chested down, however, by Whitworth. Opportunity here. Remy Britton plays it across the face of the goal, and Carl Forster has to get his dustpan and brush out and sweep it all up. Great pressure so far from Bedford. Or a slightly scuffed kick from Forster, which will work out in the end for Rogers. Plays it out wide to Drayton. To feed one in for the left-hand side. Good whippage on that one, but it's fallen to no one in particular from Bedford's perspective. Bamford could pounce on it now with a lethal strike, forcing a great save out of Mickey Besson. A real poacher's effort there from Bamford. Leeches onto it. But Besson equal to the challenge. A second goal there from Bamford would have been absolutely crucial for Bedford. Instead, they're going to have to get the corner instead. It will be Drayton with the short one to Rogers. Back to Drayton, back to Rogers. Lovely little 1-2 between the two. Baxter is forced to boot it long, but not long enough. Wellingborough won't be satisfied with that clearance. Drayton with the throw over the top to Bamford. Trying to link up with Reese Brown. Nothing coming as of yet. Bedford have to stay patient. Can't be greedy. Already have that lovely 2-goal cushion, but could all change. Long ball over the top towards Bamford. Flicks it on. Benton McLeod looking for it. Again, forcing the clearance. Brady Stratford. This time it goes out for a corner. Speaking to Nathan Abbey last week when they went 2-0 up in the first half, or 2-0 up in general, and he said it's his least favourite scoreline because it does require the team to stay in complete concentration, because the difference between 2-0 and 2-1 is a massive mental shift for players. A third goal to apply that finishing touch would be all important for Bedford. It could come from Bunker, who slips and still manages to get the ball. Reese Brown out to Benton McLeod, going to reset again through Bunker, feints and tries to get the ball away. Instead, Matty Judge has come away with it. Wellingborough on the counter. Daldy back to Judge. Back to Daldy, good work, but Bedford all over him illegally, however. Mark Bunker putting in a hefty challenge. Yeah, not going for the ball there, Mark Bunker. Probably looking to slow stuff down. A bit of Some hands being thrown up in the air in complaint from the Wellingborough faithful. Kenzie Smith tries to play it over the top, and Pickard will hoof this ball probably out of the county. I don't know where that's gone. A different postcode. We've got another, don't worry. Kenzie Smith pressed off the ball by Bamford, using his physicality to best effect, and Drayton plays the long ball over to McLeod Bentley, who was offside. Few shout-outs. Real Bedford on Shader, celebrating Josh Bamford's efforts. Little Bamford fan club going on. Real Bedford Cleveland. minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit in Cleveland, Ohio. We're nice and warm here. We're in the truck today. It was colder on Wednesday. Real Bedford, Portugal. Hello. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Greets from the Greeks. Stavros Messinis. Hello to you. And Black Forest, Germany as well. Giving us a little wave. Great to hear from you all. Do let us know your thoughts on the game so far. It's been a good one from a Bedford perspective. Lots of opportunities to get some positives out of it, and I'm sure Nathan Abbey will be looking to double down on those very soon. Remy Britton, good ball in, forcing the clearance from Bunker. Out to Drayton, only as far as Mackenzie Smith, and Britton will get another go at it down the flank. Pressure from Rogers and Drayton and co, but Remy gets the ball over. Well cleared from Bedford, forced to not having to be utilised as of yet. Burford, under a bit of pressure, however, looks to evade his way out of it. He does with a lovely turn. Good ball over the top. McLeod Bentley tries to get onto it. Rogers as well. It's with Wellingborough now. Ball to nothing. Balls to Forster. He'll take his sweet time. They've got a lot of it at the moment. Bedford, 2 goals to the good. They don't want to be rushing things. Pickard being used at centre-back today. Has been known to play at wing-back as well, and even at centre-mid. There he is again, Pickard. Paint sprayer by day. But playing with Bedford FC this weekend. Josh Bamford again, receiving a foul. On fine form is Bamford at the moment. Hopefully becoming a little bit of a cult hero internationally. Him and Sammy Rogers are the two that have been making the headlines over social media. This new man Drayton as well. Draycott, in fact, has been ever so impressive. Good flick on from Fisher. All well collected in the end by Besson. He had to have a few goes at it. Got it under his grasp, however, and Wellingborough looked to counter. Slightly lacking ideas at the moment. Someone who isn't is Sammy Rogers. Looks to get the shot off. Bamford, is he been played onside? Ball's in the back of the net, but the whistle's blown. Offside is the call. Unfortunate, maybe potentially been brought onside through a deflection of some sort, but no. Bamford left waiting for his second of the afternoon. Testing ball for Spartan to get onto, as well to Nathan Abbey, getting his instructions out there very clearly. Abbey and Hoyt working in tandem, as they have all through this last sort of month or so that they've been under the helm of this Bedford team. Good work from Sammy Rogers here, trying to get a bit of elbow room as well to get the shot off. Also being allowed that extra little bit of room. Good ball over from Forster. Booted out, however. Last 10 minutes have sort of died down or so. Difficult to make this more glamorous than it is. But Hoyt and Abbey are pleased so far with Bedford's performance, as they should be. Being 2 goals up against 4th place as the Dennis the Menace strip. Don't know if that that might not reach an international audience. Do let us know if you do know who Dennis the Menace is. A cult hero in these parts. Hopefully in the States as well. Definitely in the States, I'm being told by the producer in my ear. I'm obviously not as cultured in the American way of being, but for now, let's focus on the football. Remy Britton trying to spark some light in everything going on at Wellingborough. It's been quite flat from a home side perspective at the moment. The Flower men not really flourishing. That was Cairo Taylor, in fact, who was fouled by Steve Burford. Gets an opportunity to put one into the mixer. Good ball in. Forster does well to parry the ball out of danger for now. Ball in over the top from Spartan. It's bouncing and bobbling, and Pickard does well to clear. Rogers to McGrath. Ball downfield to no one, but gives Bedford some time, and Rogers, like a young Springer Spaniel, chasing after the ball, itching to get it back for his team. Good challenge from Bunker, stopping the ball in its tracks. Draycott plays it back to Forster. As time slips again, the footing here not ideal. Pitch is very boggy and heavy under the feet, as you can expect in these sort of times. We're in late January here in the UK, which normally indicates cold weather. Bit of rain, bit of drizzle, but it's a nice evening, nice afternoon, in fact, here in Northamptonshire. About 30 minutes away from Bedford, from McMullen Park, which I'm sure our regulars will know is where Bedford FC usually play. This is an away fixture at Wellingborough, just up the road. A bit more north. Forster. Good distribution from the number 1. Balls, however, to Wellingborough, and Taylor looks to get onto it. Forster putting that boot to good use once more. Again, though, still can't find a black and white shirt. Now, here's Britton. Low cross in. Falling to anyone. Calls a penalty from the Wellingborough crowd, but the referee probably quite rightly dismisses them. We might go have a look back at that in a bit once this attack unfolds. Burford putting his dancing shoes on, and that is a free kick. Ooh, bit of afters from Wellingborough. Mark Bunker to feed. Wellingborough have to keep their wits about them here. Already conceded from a set piece. Courtesy of Mark Bunker. Into Bamford. Once again, of course, he's the target man. Bedford out wide, the man who won that free kick. Good ball back into the middle. Welcomed by a Wellingborough head rather than a Bedford one, however. Bedford to Andre Rees-Brown. Back to McGrath. We haven't seen too much of McGrath today. He was told to make sure that he stores his energy, make sure he's not running around too rigorously by management last week. And obviously those notes have been taken in by the skipper. And this was the accusation of a penalty, sort of falls in front of Michael Fisher. That's Matty Judge. Bedford, however, still 2 goals to the good. 30 minutes gone. Bamford flicks it on. Bedford tussling with it, trying to get there. Rogers trying to also pounce on a bobbling ball. It's open, and Mackenzie Smith given a lot to do and does well to make sure that the ball, for the moment, stays in field, but all that work seems to have been for nothing due to that pretty poor pass. Draycott. Long throw over the top. It's almost like we've got a Mark Bunker double on this left-back side. Phil Draycott. Hashtag Bedford from home. Make sure that you keep on telling us how you're doing, where you're from. Got a few more. Ed is watching from North Carolina, where they've got 1 inch of snow last night. It's -3 degrees centigrade over there. There they are. There's Pete, who I'm sure you all know and love. Next to Tom, the chief exec here. Working hard. And at the moment, enjoying their team in the lead. And also Real Bedford, Tennessee. Watching, of course, from Tennessee. Hello to you. Hope that we're keeping you company. McGrath, ball on the outside. McLeod Bentley gets a shot off. Deflected for a corner. Good work from the midfielders working in tandem. The number 10 working in that number 10 role, McLeod Bentley. McGrath puts his elbows out and makes sure he's got enough room to get it off. And McLeod Bentley, unfortunately, can't get the shot that pass deserves, but nevertheless it's gone out for a corner. We've already seen Bedford score from a very, very similar position to this. Bunker feeds, this time a low-driven cross, probably not the connection he would have wanted. Good hold-up play from Daldy, awarded with the free kick. Andre Rees-Brown and Sam Rogers just giving him a bit of a hard time in the midfield there. And McGrath pulls him down, awarded with the free kick. Besson in goal, putting pressure on the likes of Mukube. Over the top to Daldy. What can he do? He's got Britton. Lovely shot. Fizzes towards the left-hand side of the post. That is the closest that Wellingborough have got to making an impact on the scoreline, and what a chance it was. Daldy holds play up nicely, finds his option. Britton, first time, wraps the ball round, and a few inches off, making this game far more interesting. Best opportunity yet for Britton to add to his tally of 4 so far this season for Wellingborough Whitworth, who have scored quite a few goals this season, over 50 as a team, 43 goals between their top 3 goal scorers. It seems to all come from the same 3 channels here at Wellingborough. You like Sir Jack Daldy, Matty Judge, and on the bench today, Ryan Lavelle. I'm sure we'll see his inclusion at some point in this contest. Another foul, the referee's whistle getting put to good use today. This time, Draycott and Rogers, who concede. Good ball over from Spartan. Trying to find someone in the middle. Ball into Baxter, who evades Burford well. Onto Atenagang. Baxter with the throw to Judge. Good hold-up play between Judge and Daldy, the centre forwards. They've done well to do that so far. Bedford on the break. Rogers herring after this. Good work from Stratford, or Nkube, in fact, to get back. Pressure from Spartan. Mackenzie Smith in a bit of trouble. McGrath just a bit more temperamental than we're used to. Only 23, captaining the side, but getting a bit sort of hot-headed in the opening few minutes. Bedford have the likes of Ollie Travell, Lewis Osborne on the bench, who could supply a central midfield opportunity. Remy Britton for now, ball in the middle. No one there, however. It was a great cross, probably deserving of an equally good header or volley, but no one home for Wellingborough Whitworth. Great one into the middle, and Daldy tried to get on it early doors. Someone on that back post, the likes of Cairo Taylor, just a bit late to the party. But the forced clearance from Bunker gives Wellingborough a corner to work with. It will be Taylor to take. Good ball in. Goal kick. Nice ball into the mix. It's Jack Daldy who gets on it. Can't get much purchase from the header, however, and it goes wide of the post. Forster will have an opportunity to get this ball back up towards the Wellingborough goal, where Bedford will want it to be. Just under 10 minutes to go. We had a slight injury to Remy Britton in the first 10 minutes or so, which could incur some added time. Sammy Rogers had an opportunity there, denied by the red and black wall that at the moment has been looking stronger and stronger from a defensive perspective for Wellingborough Whitworth, warming up into the game quite nicely and muting the likes of Banford and McLeod Bentley and Rogers, who were so prominent in that first 10 minutes or so. This time, Taylor ducking and diving, trying to get a shot off. Does well, Fisher, to deny them that opportunity. Pickard, in fact, the two lanky halfbacks fairly similar in stature and appearance, so it's quite difficult to distinguish them. They come as a quite nice pairing. The defensive duo at the moment have kept a clean sheet so far. Baxter looks to change it. Can't change much with a cross of that standard. That's putting it nicely. Kyle Forster's got two different boots on there. Non-league at its finest. Probably got a kicking and a standing one with two different studs. Exactly like NFL, which I'm sure a lot of you at home will be very accustomed to. Just over 5 to go of this first half. Bedford with a sensational opening for over 10 minutes or so, scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Wellingborough Whitworth, however, don't seem too fazed by that fact, and it is still very much all to play for here at the home of the Flowermen. Another foul, and this time the referee might reach for his pockets. He will. A colour's going to be shown. You'd assume yellow. Let's find out who from. We might just be getting a talking to. A little bit of a telling off and a threaten to reach for his pocket. No more, says the referee. I've had enough. Reece Brown denying any space and opportunity for Wellingborough to try and get something in Kube. Milton and Kube, the captain, wearing 8 today, controlling and patrolling that backfield. Good ball, trying to find Britton. Equally good ball, but it's offside. Mackenzie Smith just not holding his run. Wellingborough still looking for an opening, trying to take the keys and unlock the safe that has been that Bedford goal, which has stayed tight for now. Sealed shut. Raycott. The ball high into the Northamptonshire sky. Well taken down by Britton, who seems to have it on a string. Spartan working in the midfield, bringing Baxter into the mix. Tries to put the ball across the face. Pickard gets it down to Bamford, who holds it up well. Tries to find a ball to McLeod Bentley. That could have been very useful, but for now it's still Bedford ball. Burford forcing a challenge out of Baxter, which still keeps Bedford in possession. There's Abbey and Hoyt discussing tactics. Well, what conversations do you think are being had there? I'm sure we'll find out if any changes happen at half-time. Good challenge from Bunker. Forcing the throw. Baxter. The judge. Rogers, however, has got the ball for a brief period of time. Plates on the referee's decision there to give Wellingborough Whitworth the ball back. The referee unfazed, however. Daldy. Taylor working down that flank. Does well. Evading multiple players. Foul all the way back here, says the referee. Sammy Rogers getting quite frustrated. He's got to keep a level head as the youngster. Yeah, little tug of the shirt. Enough to warrant a foul in the referee's opinion. Rogers disagrees. Not long left. Last hurrah for Wellingborough to get anything out of this first half. They probably deserve it. At least a goal. They have been prominent, especially in the last few minutes of this match. Good ball in, finding the back post, trying to find Spartan. But referee's whistle has gone. Given a corner. May have thought that was a penalty. We're working off screens at the moment. We're in the van, so we can't see the full surroundings. So referees' decisions are sometimes obscured from us for brief moments of time. Falls for Wellingborough to potentially get something onto it. Baxter on the edge of the box, lurking with intent. Baxter again, feeds it in. Forster, not challenged, just over the bar. Tension's rising. The pressure's on. Good work from Judge to find Baxter in space. No one putting him under any sort of stress from a Bedford perspective. Giving him freedom to hit the shot. Good ball over the top. Bamford flicks it on, as he does so often. Another free kick. Been the narrative of this half. The referee's whistle. Free kick after free kick. Usually going the way of Wellingborough. No cardage being showed as of yet. Bit of miscommunication from Bedford, but they managed to get away with it. And Kube at the back. And that is the half. Wow, Bedford had the ideal start in the first 10. Good goals from Tyrell McLeod-Bentley and Josh Bamford. The difference between the two sides. Wellingborough Whitworth, however, still left a few out there and will be looking to make amends in the second half. Not one to miss this. Half-time score here at the Flowermen's ground. Wellingborough Whitworth 0, Bedford FC 2. Here were the goals that made all the difference. This one, all from Forster's vision. Threading the needle. Lovely ball. Tyrell McLeod-Bentley doesn't need to break his stride. All he needs to do is find the bottom corner to give Bedford the lead. And a second goal from a set piece. This one a slightly more scrappy affair. Bamford gets a touch on it before it goes over. Pickard as well, ensuring that fact. Elation for Bedford's top bagsman. Bamford and co will be looking to make sure that they walk home with these 3 points. It's theirs to lose now at half-time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Oh, did they not have any spaces on?
Welcome back. Hope you had time to refresh. Go to the toilet, grab a drink. Wellingborough with an uphill climb. Bedford FC in control. There's the substitution that's being made. Remy Britton, it looks like, is making way. And William Holmes, in fact. William Holmes will join us. He'll play towards the middle of the park. Here we go then. Bedford, all they need to do is deny Wellingborough from getting anywhere near to scoring. An arguably simple task, which I'm sure will prove ever more difficult. Good ball in from Taylor. Already on the back foot, Bunker having to use his head literally and metaphorically to clear the ball and ensure that Bedford stay out of trouble for now. They've got to keep their wits about them. Ball into the middle. Oh, off the line. Great work from Draycott. A game of inches. And now Benton McLeod on the counter with room. Closed down by Wellingborough effectively. Swarming. But they've done well to get it across to Andre Rees-Brown. Back to McLeod Bentley, who miskicks it. But it's gone out for a corner. Referee's given a foul though. He hasn't forgotten about his whistle. Doesn't really make too much contact, but the referee none the wiser. This was the opportunity. Good ball in from Baxter, flicked on, and without Draycott, that would have been in the back of the net. Got him to thank for that. Burford now on this near side. Worked well on the other flank during the first half. See what we can do closer to us. Bunker, good ball over the top, has to be dealt with effectively by the back division. Rees-Brown pickpockets, however. Bamford on the chase. Got Rogers, great ball in. Rogers, one-on-one with the keeper. Good touch, great finish. Sammy Rogers gets the goal that he deserves. An impeccable game last week. An even better game on Wednesday. And the icing on the cake is a third, courtesy of our number 10, Sam Rogers. Well won by Andre Rees-Brown. Good link-up play between Bamford and Rogers. Rogers, great touch, even better finish. Clinical goal-scoring opportunity from Sammy Rogers. Elation. There he is, only 17. What a week he's had. All eyes on Bedford at the moment, which means all eyes on Sammy Rogers. A third, a crucial score for Bedford. Spirits are sky high from a Bedford perspective. Draycott, who, if it wasn't for him, we'd probably be talking about a very different story. Denied Wellingborough an opening goal only moments before Sammy Rogers put it in the back of the net. Wellingborough aren't rolling over though. It will take a lot for them to be denied the opportunity to try and claw this game back. Oh, penalty. The referee has been somewhat soft throughout this whole fixture, and that is epitomised by the decision of penalty on Steve Burford. Little trip on Jack Daldy, could have gone either way. It'll be Ryan Baxter who's stepping up to take this. The right back. Right place, right time. Forster, the ultimate challenge. Takes a sip of water before we get this done. Here we go. Great save from Forster. The follow-up even better. Wowee. Forster. Here we go now. They're on the counter. Doubling down, Bedford FC. Tyrell McLeod-Bentley trying to slow it down. Get nerves and heart rates back to normal. Andre Rees-Brown still got options though. Trying to get a look in. But Kyle Forster, the man of the moment right now. Crucial save. Here it was. Great left hand to it, and even better right to swipe it out of reach of a second chance for Baxter. We'll watch that moment all day. And Kube onto Taylor, trying to get something going. They can't at the moment, but Wellingborough. Stratford with some open pasture in front of him. Looks to play it across the face of the goal. Typically a big no-no when it comes to football, but he's managed to get away with it this time. Judge onto Mackenzie Smith on the far-hand side. Pickard and Fisher do well to snuff it out and keep Wellingborough at bay for now. Draycott as well, getting his fair share of challenges in. Sammy Rogers, who has supplied the only goal of this half. Good challenge. Not enough though, and it's Taylor who looks to forage into the box and forces a clearance. There he is, Carl Forster. If you see him around, if you're ever around these parts, make sure you buy him a drink. He deserves it. Baxter, who missed that penalty moments ago. Opportunity, another great save from Forster. You could put your house on Carl Forster at the moment. That's how secure he is. Great turn, however, from Judge. Gets a shot off, but it's well parried and met by Kyle Forster. Taking his time. All falls to the new man, Holmes. Taylor as well, who's looked impressive. Rogers shoved in the back. No foul, however. Judge. The Holmes, who's trying to create some space for Wellingborough at the moment. Taylor back on the inside. Using Britton well. Ball in the middle. No one's there, however, and McGrath with a very scuffed clearance. Out for a throw-in. McGrath hasn't had the best of games this afternoon. after two impressive showings in our first two live streamed matches. Good ball in. Mackenzie Smith, header from Judge. It's almost like the ball's repelled from the back of the net at the moment for Wellingborough. Nothing going their way, no matter how hard they try. This time the opportunity came from a lovely cross, and Judge met by no one in Bedford colours. It was all him who, a glancing header, falls wide. The new skipper, with Nkube making way at half-time. Wellingborough going for more of an attacking position with only three at the back, which is at the moment trying to be exploited by the likes of Draycott. Holmes, good ball over the top to Britton. Cross available. Gets slightly over it, and Burford tries to get something on it, and the ball falls in the middle. Another penalty, handball this time, says the referee. Penalty after penalty, Wellingborough given every opportunity by the man with the whistle to get something on the scoreboard. I wonder who'll take this one after Baxter's missed effort this time. Burford, poor decision, and McGrath is the man whose hand it hits. It's going to be Matty Judge. It looks like he will step up. Bagged 11 this season. Can he make it 12? Forster, can he save it? He can! Oh my goodness! I've got no more words left to describe Carl Forster at the moment. Two penalties, both saved by Carl Forster. I mean, Gareth Southgate, England national manager, if you're watching, I think the likes of Jordan Pickford might be getting quite terrified at the moment, because the performance here from Carl Forster is frankly sublime. He's had probably a bit of mud to the eye in the process. Give him all the time he needs. Wellingborough, however, can't buy a goal at the moment. Chance after chance are going to be put on a plate. This time, the opportunity comes from a corner, poorly made, out wide by Holmes. Good ball, better ball in this time. Keeper, well saved. More of a routine save for Forster, who's been busy, to say the least, in this second half. Good distribution. Baxter to Holmes, who puts the ball into the air, and Rogers looks to get on it. Free kick. Rogers still on the deck. Is he going to pull a card? Still hasn't pulled a card so far this game. Free kicks galore, but nothing to show for it. He definitely hasn't forgot them at home or something. We've seen them, but just not brandished as of yet. Good ball in by Bunker towards Bamford. Doesn't get there, however. Could be Wellingborough on the counter through Daldy. Good ball to no one, however. Bunker tries to do something fancy with it. Doesn't work. Forster put under pressure. Forced to clear. Does really well, does Forster. Of course he does. That's exactly what he's been doing so far for Bedford. Ball out to Remy Britton. Good pressure from Bedford. Daldy trying to get up to it. Trying to fall for Holmes. Reece Brown does well to clear. Not good enough, however. Baxter has already had a penalty missed. Saved, in fact. Taylor doing well. Currently winning that battle 11 on 11. Taylor on Burford, who's not had the finest of starts to this second half. Substitution, says the referee. Probably thinks it's going to come from a Bedford side. Yes, it's going to be Ollie Travell who's going to join us. Is it... Who's coming off? Find out. I think it's Tyrell Bentley McLeod, is it? No, it's Burford. Steve Burford, who is probably a good substitution to be making at the moment. Burford getting slightly tired and showing that. Travell gets the opportunity to get on. Cambridge-born, Ollie Travell. That's the Cambridge in England, not in Massachusetts. An Arsenal supporter, Ollie Travell, so isn't unfamiliar to losing a game from this position. Arsenal have probably done that before. Still at uni, however. Young, bright future ahead of him. As with Carl Forster, who I believe should be hopefully signing a sort of 10-year contract at this rate. Let's get him on the books. Let's get him signed, sealed, and delivered. Wonder what messages are going on that phone. It's probably quite an important phone, is that of Pete McCormack's, buzzing constantly. Might be looking to draft up that Forster contract. I would be. Fun little game for you at home. If you can, I'll let you know the answer in a few minutes, but you know who the highest paid footballer in non-league football is? This is in England. Highest paid per week. Let's see if you can get out some round figures. Use the hashtag Bedford from home. Want to be using that all day. Try and get your guesses in. Let's see who gets closest. Bit of fun to accompany the football. Who says we don't provide it all? Have a look for a figure. I'm looking for a figure. I'll give you a clue. It's in the thousands. This is per week.
Sam, get round him!
Non-league, so not in League, the Premier League, Championship, League 1 or League 2. Just want a number. I couldn't tell you who it is, but I could tell you the figure, and it is quite substantial. It is an ex-pro. The producer has just asked me, and it is. It is from Wrexham, who was bought by Ryan Reynolds of Hollywood fame, and his friend, whose name has slipped my mind. I'm sure people will be telling me on Twitter. Another famous celebrity sweeping up a non-league side. Our own little Wrexham story going on here. It is better in Bedford, isn't it? Good clearance from Pickard. There's the ball. Who's going to go get that? Not me. I'm nice and cosy in this truck. Hopefully that will be retrieved at some point. For now, Baxter tries to get the ball in. It's deflected by Bentley McLeod. And oh, look. Well done, sir. Good work. Don't employ ball boys here, but we've got good Samaritans who will do just that. The British flag flying high in the right-hand side of your picture, just to confirm our location for those international viewers. Good ball in towards the mixer. Well cleared, however, by Bedford. We'll have another go at it. Taylor. Ball in. Shot opportunity. No. Skied it has Daldy. Once again, Wellingborough putting all the pressure on Bedford, but just can't apply that finishing touch. 3 goals will be very hard to come by if you can't get one in the next 5 minutes or so. 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go. Substitution. It's a Tenganang, Brian Tenganang, who's made away. And Lukman Abdullah is onto the field. We got another substitution. Lewis Osborne is going to be making his way onto the pitch. We'll find out who that's for in just a little bit. Probably for Tyrell McLeod-Bentley, who's currently receiving treatment out of shot. Here he comes, Lewis Osborne, 30 years young. Broke his leg back in 2014, just 8 games into his non-league career. Fairly unfortunate. PE teacher as well. Common occupation for Bedford FC players. Sammy Rogers probably getting taught by the likes of Lewis Osborne, only at the age of 17. Bamford and Burford also PE teachers. Got a range of occupations here at Bedford FC we don't muck about. Bamford has options, uses Rogers. Good link play between the two. Outside of the boot to Osborne, who gets his first touch. McGrath, hefty challenge. The card's going to be brandished here, finally, for Matty Judge. Just writing his name in. And a yellow card is brandished. There it is, finally. We've got one. That graphic getting put to good use. Matty Judge with the yellow. Real Bedford Cleveland have come in with Danny Rowe and Adam Rooney, who are 2 players who are very highly paid in the leagues. I'm pretty sure Adam Rooney was at Salford for a good amount of time, but I'm not sure it's them anymore. It is Wrexham. We're going to get that Googled. I'm pretty sure we're looking at the figure of about 4,000 a week. Last time I checked, via the reliable source of YouTube. But we'll find out. Bit of fun. Real Bedford Cleveland have said that Kyle Forster should be definitely on that list, and I can only agree. Sure, we'll be on it very soon. Might be Bentosa. We're looking around. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I know the figure. The figure I think is 4,200. Yes, Bentosa did used to be a Newcastle defender, and that does ring a very strong bell. Lights are getting dimmer here at Bedford FC. Lewis Osborne has an opportunity, cuts back on the inside, holds the ball up, tries to do something with it, trying to find Reece Brown, who is nowhere near Lewis Osborne. An opportunity to make this 4. Can't do just that. Another player down. Pretty sure McGrath's going to get booked here. Jack Dowley is on the deck. Got a bit of shrug of shoulders there from Ben McGrath. Almost taking it on the chin. I can tell you, it's Paul Mullen from Wrexham, a defender who used to play for Stoke, if my memory serves me correctly. 4,000 a week he's on. That's about 200 grand, a bit more. So that is the sort of figures that some non-league footballers are dealing with. That's probably slightly higher up in the divisions. I'm sure, I don't think many of these boys are on 200 grand a week. Abdullah diving through, trying to find an opening. Good clearance from Peckard, who gets some yardage on that, gets his 3-wood out and hits it across the fairway. Travell trying to get a touch on it. Haven't seen much from Travell since he came on for Burford in about 10 minutes ago. It's been quite a slow game in the latter half of this second 45. Taylor on the outside, ducking and diving and looking to get a cross in, and to no one. It's gone out for a goal kick. Using the hashtag Bedford from home. Let us know how you're doing. 3-0 to the good now. You can assume that Bedford have the 3 points. It's theirs to lose, so we want to hear your celebrations. We'll be asking for your man of the match in a bit as well, so do get your thinking caps on, and might throw you another question soon. So just keep an eye out for that. Alfie Doherty makes his introduction to this game, the youngster. I actually know Alfie Doherty outside of a footballing sense, and since he is my age, he's 17, so actually a year older than me, and didn't notice his name on the team sheet, but now I've seen him coming on, I've realised I know exactly who he is. So I could tell you quite a lot about him, but some of it probably isn't broadcastable. He's a good lad. He's come on the pitch for Aaron Mackenzie-Smith. Baxter, who missed that all-important penalty when we were back at 2-0. Bamford wrestling behind that post. The Wellingborough ball. Big boot from Bunker. Controlled well, however, by Wellingborough. Stratford. In a more attacking sense, they're using a 3-back now. Wellingborough, they need the goals. They need them now. Osborne trying to put pressure on. Doing well. Stratford caught in the corner. Equally up to the challenge of trying to get something on it. Daldy's gone down. Hand clutching his face. Referee says play on. Travell. We're going to have to pause because Daldy's injury has not fixed itself. He's going to have to be called for medics, and we might see the departure of Jack Daldy. Might have been a bit of a ball or flying debris to the face. The grass and mud getting hoofed up. Few shout-outs then. Real Bedford Rotterdam saying hello. Real Bedford Cleveland as well, both praising Carl Forster's efforts. Stavros Messinis as well, our Greek friend, saying Malamatch Foster. I'm sure that might be a unanimous, Forster, in fact, a unanimous decision. Great to have you with us, Stavros. Edgar drinking Nicaraguan coffee in Minneapolis, watching English football. Lovely combination, which I'm sure is some sort of bingo somewhere in the world. You might have won yourself a Quality Street or something like that. Or so congratulations. And Shane Cycles as well is pleased that we're in the van today and that I can stay nice and warm. So thank you, Shane, for looking out for me. That's very kind of you. Brady Stratford with the ball over the top to Daldy, who's made a miraculous recovery and is already complaining at the assistant referee. Somewhat of a character, Jack Daldy, as we've seen. Getting slightly frustrated and conversations being exchanged. Probably, you can only assume, lovely and pleasant. We know they're not. There's probably some things there that are being quite rude. Lucky we don't have ref mics on. There he is, Carl Forster. Bit of a smile from the bench, from our spectators, who have no wonder have been singing their praises. Sammy Rogers out wide. Open space to manoeuvre into. Osborne trying to pick out the pass, but it hasn't got to him, and instead it's Abdullah who races away. Got gas to spare. Has Abdullah. Fresh legs of Doherty also being used, and Baxter tries to play the ball across to Stratford, who has to chase back to receive it. 15 minutes to go here. You can assume that Wellingborough will need a goal now if they want to get anywhere close to salvaging a point or so out of this fixture. Doherty to Holmes, out to Baxter. Rogers marking well, as is Osborne, trying to put pressure. William Holmes. Good ball to Taylor, or Britton in fact. Here's Taylor now on the overlap. Ball into the middle, potentially cut back inside. Pickpocketed though by Reece Brown. Putting pressure on. Taylor does well, however, draws it back for Daldy. Daldy shoots, gets another opportunity at it. Daldy again. Great clearance from Lewis Osborne. Sammy Rogers panters onto it as well. Abdullah slightly overruns his challenge. Bamford will look to hold it up, pressurised. Wellingborough win the throw. It was the opportunity. Jack Daldy getting 2 bites at the cherry. And Baxter denied by the bravery of Lewis Osborne, who gets a boot to it. Britton, well collected by Forster. A routine save from the number 1. Who all in all has had an impeccable 90 minutes, or 80. Was also very strong in the previous game against Letchworth, only conceding 1 in that 4-1 win. Spirits very much high with Bedford at the moment, looking to go 2 wins on the bounce. Something which was almost required if playoff hopes wanted to be kept well within sight. We saw the table at the start of our feed. We saw what was necessary and required to make sure that promotion could happen this season for Bedford, moving up into the Premier Division of the Spartan Midlands competition. Stratford over the top. Ball falls for Remy Britton. who's been a bright spark alongside Cairo Taylor. Those two been weaving their magic and trying to make something out of this overall dismal Wellingborough performance. I'm sure lots of conversations being had about what would I do if I was manager? I'd do this, I'd do that. That sort of football clubhouse chat which occurs. They're staying warm. Not braving the cold as of yet. From the outside. Danny Watson will be introducing himself into this game. Let's see who he comes off for. Looks like Andre Rees-Brown is making way on the far side. Andre Rees-Brown in midfield making way for a striker. Over 250 appearances in this league, Danny Watson. A level, experienced head. Playing up front. Bamford maybe potentially slotting into a more of a central role. Rogers and Travell roaming as those number 10 attacking characters. Osborne as well, doing his part in the midfield. Little nutmeg from Rogers. Good work, however, from Holmes to hold things up and relieve some pressure. Baxter. Poor ball. Watson looks to pounce. Holmes once again does well. Can't get the clearance off, but it doesn't matter because Watson fouled him. A hard hitter, Danny Watson, doesn't mess about. As you can probably tell. A dominant figure in the Bedford FC locker room. Don't want to get on the wrong side of Danny Watson. Holmes. Good ball over the top. Can't find much. Draycott clears. Falls to Watson. Could be on the counter. Travell asked a lot of by Danny Watson. Spartan has to clear it up and use Besson, who hasn't seen much of the ball in this second half. Besson. And clinical from Bedford. They haven't had too much of the ball. They haven't had too many shots on target, but when they've had them, they've put them away, whereas Wellingborough, frankly, the opposite. Lots of chances created, lots of opportunities to score, and none of them confirmed. A case of dotting the I's and crossing the T's, something which Wellingborough failed to do. Travell fouled by says the referee. Just buying some time. It's pretty much out of Wellingborough's reach now. It will be a Bedford win, unless some sort of miracle can be obtained by Wellingborough. We've seen stranger in non-league football, that's for sure. Referee having even more conversations, and Draycott will get a telling off. Bit of time wasting. More cards than a birthday party now from the referee. Giving them out left, right and centre. This time, Draycott decides to get on with it. But it comes to nothing. Bedford would like where the ball is at the moment, though. Back near Wellingborough's half and want it to stay there, most likely. Rogers tries to get something onto it, but comes to no avail, and instead it's Daldy. Baxter. Well played by Rogers. Rogers into the mixer. Lovely ball for Watson. Has to make quite a heavy touch. Back to Rogers. Asked a lot of. Lovely work from Sam Rogers, though, who did ever so well. It come off Wellingborough. Probably might have been a free kick, but it was a goal kick either way, and Bunker, the latest to put boot to ball. Spartan. I don't really know why Wellingborough are taking their time here. If anything, they want it to be on the other end of the pitch, and Holmes will look to do just that and try and play it up. And Matty Judge, poor ball, Travell pounces on it. Finishing touch would be lovely from Bedford now. Travell steps over, lovely shot, lovely goal. Ollie Travell from the top draw. The knee slides, probably not equal to the amazing effort from the youngster. Look at this. A poor ball capitalised by Travell. Little step over, finds an opportunity to shoot and takes it. Clinical. And Ollie Travell gets his goal. There's a lot to go around for Bedford at the moment. Danny Watson this time, one-on-one with the keeper. Danny Watson forces a good save out of Mickey Besson. Wellingborough all over the shop now. Lots of space and holes opening up as bodies start to tire and morals start to get deflated, and players stop caring and heads start to drop. This is when 3-0 turns into 4, into 5, into 6. Baxter to Abdullah. He's been a bright spark since coming on, but nothing that Wellingborough can really work with. Likewise, Holmes. These substitutions, if they'd come a bit earlier in the game, could have been a lot more crucial. Good clearance. Watson's going to try to get on it. Like a tiger waiting in the long grass. Approaching and trying to create an opportunity for Bedford to get a 5th. But this time it's Rami Britton. Plays it across the face of the goal. All well cleared. Referee is just having a conversation with Abby. Really know what for. Maybe a slight disagreement. Stern words with Nathan Abbey. A striding gait from our referee, our man in the middle, who's been ever so busy this afternoon. Ball towards the short. Near hand side. Final call, hashtag Bedford from home. Get your man of the match votes in. I see they've already been coming through. Maybe Ollie Travell putting himself in the ballot late on. with that superb strike. I'm sure we'll see going on YouTube and whatnot in the coming weeks. Abdullah, ball over towards Judge, and this time it's Taylor. Back and forth between the flanks with no one really in between for Whitworth. Abdullah, the high ball over the top is going to go out for a goal kick. Get them in thick and fast. Now, I do have enough to believe that the jury is in, and arguably by unanimous vote, it is that man, Kyle Forster, who gets the man of the match. 2 penalty saves. Some incredible efforts as well. Tested to his limits, and Wellingborough well and truly met their match this afternoon in form of Kyle Forster, who picks up our Man of the Match award for this afternoon, as voted by you on Twitter. Thank you one and all for getting in touch and letting us know your thoughts. Matty Judge, who got a penalty saved by our Man of the Match around the 50th, 60th minute. Danny Watson might be able to get on this here. Just plays it into that corner. Trying to wind down the clock as much as possible. The referee will be checking his watch. We're into the red. A few minutes to go, you'd assume. With all the stoppages we've had due to penalties and cards and injuries and substitutions. Been a bit of a stop-start second half. William Holmes trying to make something of it. A little last hurrah from Whitworth, who don't want to go home empty-handed. A goal would at least put something worth of mention into this fixture for the home side. But it has been a dominant display from Bedford, who have taken their chances beautifully and have been rewarded with 4 big ones. A little mention as well, not only to the men supplying the goals, but the men defending them. The likes of Pickard, Fisher, the new man, Draycott and Bunker. That back 4 have been very, very strong this afternoon. Likewise, of course, Kyle Forster. We can't stop mentioning him. I don't think we should stop mentioning him. Maybe a little bit of commentator's curse. We don't want to make sure that happens. And McGrath puts boot to ball, gets it right down towards Wellingborough's goal. It's trickling towards Besson. Spartan. Final minute. Final seconds. Wellingborough Whitworth with nothing up their sleeve. And Stratford and co will walk home with nothing to show. Abdullah with arguably the moment of the half. Sums up Wellingborough's performance. Just can't get that final touch. And it's cost them. Referee still hasn't blown. Draycott will take his sweet time to make sure this ball gets as far up the pitch as physically possible. Not far enough, however. Matty Judge, maybe with the long-range effort. No. Holmes plays it off to Baxter. Holmes. Taylor. Trying to get a shot off. Can't. Baxter. Blocked. Bunker. Clears. Osborne traps it down. Watson. And that is the game. Great work from Bedford. As we've mentioned, a clinical performance from the Printers, who walk home with all 3 points. Trudging back down south, heads held high for Wellingborough Whitworth. It's a what could have been sort of story. 2 penalty saves by Kyle Forster, our man of the moment. There he is, getting all the hugs and praises he deserves. And Bedford will go again next week at home with their tails up in the air. These guys play each other once again on the 16th of April. So it's not over. That will be in Bedford's back garden. Jason Valentine, the head coach, congratulating Carl Forster. Here are the goals. Back when times were brighter. Forster, once again, we even forgot about this. His lovely assist, the Tyrell McLeod-Bentley, who got us our first score. We thought that was pretty good. Then this from Bunker finds Bamford, and Besson doesn't do well enough to get it out of his area, and it is put in the back of the net quite scrappily in the end. This one, more of a poacher's effort. Reese Brown pouncing on it. Good ball to Bamford, even better ball to Rogers, who got the goal that he's deserved after his performances as of late. And the final finishing touch coming later on in the second half. This one, once again, an opportunity well taken. A solo score from Travell. Right in the goal. Lovely work. Well, there you have it. A game that was stacked against Bedford. Looking into it, on paper, it would have been a tight affair, but in the end, it's Bedford who walk away 4 goals to the good. Final score here at Victoria Mill Ground. Wellingborough Whitworth 0, Bedford FC 4.